Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Oke.
Before I start, I invite to our lecture. First, Professor Dr. Andes Triono MM, CICNR GSA, Head of Master of Management Program University Muhammadiyah Sidoarjo. Please. Second, Professor Teacher Khalilov, along with our team from Asia International University, Uzbekistan. And the third, Associate Professor Wisnu Panggasetiono, SA MSI PhD, as our speaker for this evening. Good evening, everyone. Excellency, our great lecturer today, Mr. Professor Teacher Halilov Bahram Jamal PhD Faraj and team from Asia International University, Uzbekistan. Welcome to Indonesia. Welcome to Indonesia. Welcome to UMSIDA. Trust to God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, with His grace, we are able to gather today for the international guest lecture held by Master of Management Program Studi Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidoarjo under the theme Building a Strong Financial Foundation of Accounting Strategy. This theme is very relevant for all of us, especially in facing change and competitive business and financial world. We are proud of welcome Prof. Halilov from Asia International University, Uzbekistan, who have been willing to take the time to share their knowledge, experience, and show our shared commitment to building international collaboration and expand global academic insight with the UMSIDA academic community. Thank you. I'm Arabia, and I'm honored to serve your MC and moderator for this evening. Before we begin, please allow me brief reason to agenda for tonight's event. First, speech by the head of Master of Management Program Studi, Professor Dr. Andes Sriono, MM, CIQNR, GSE. Second, presentation by Professor Teacher Halilov from Asia International University, Uzbekistan. And the third, presentation by Associate Professor Wisnu Panggasetiono, SA, MSI, PhD. And the fourth, Q&A session and interactive discussion. And the last, we will closing group photo session and giving a souvenir to our guest lecture. Sebelum memulai, izinkan saya menyampaikan secara singkat susunan acara pada malam hari ini. Yang pertama, sambutan dari Prodi Magister Manajemen Profesor Dr. Andes Riono MM, CIQ GSA. Yang kedua, pemaparan materi dari Profesor Teacher Halilov dari Asia International University Uzbekistan. Dan yang ketiga, pemaparan materi dari Associate Profesor Wisnu Panggasetiono, SA, MSI, PhD. Yang keempat, sesi tanya jawab dan diskusi bersama peserta. Dan yang terakhir, penutup sesi foto bersama dan pemberian cenderamata untuk dosen tamu kita. We will begin with welcoming speech from Professor Dr. Andes Triono MM, CIQ SR, Head of the Master of Management Program Studi. We respectfully invite Professor Triono to speak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi ashabihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Actually, can present at this moment because there is something they have did not really good. So this talk to me to inform this event. Okay. Okay. First of all, we give thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala because for His grace and blessing, we can cater to the international lecturers event at the Umsida International up here, Sidoarjo. All the students listening this room. Welcome and all participants who attend this event from this my student Umsida and student from this Uzbekistan, especially to our guest professor teacher Karilov, Bahor John, Bahasi Rofitz, and our student from Asia International University, Uzbekistan. I will say something to the professor Karilov about this postgraduate Umsida. The postgraduate management program was established in 2010, and it's part of the Faculty of Business, Law, and Social Science. Currently, the postgraduate management program has about 90 students, which has 4 concentrations. The first one, management finance, and then operational management, and the third, strategic management, and the last, human resources management. Actually, there are a lot of students can be attend this class because there is a condition available. So some of them listen to by Zoom, and then another person come to this in this class. In postgraduate MCDA, actually, we have done some activity from this some university in the overseas. The first one was this student agricultural exchange to the Malaysia, Thailand, and then the second one was this joint research. The third was this collaboration services community, and then collaboration about this writing journals. So the 4 activity, the 3 years last, we have a lot of this activity over there. So I hope Prof. Arif come to the Omsida, we can making like a lot of collaboration because this is very important for us. Student from Omsida, I think they did extend the knowledge, extend the experience about this study. I hope if we can go to the Uzbekistan, maybe we can get benchmarks about this education, about this research, and then the last about this services community. Especially from my student, this event is really important to us because the last years there is no teacher from sources come to the our program, and this is Prof. Eric can attend this moment. I think you can asking about this something. What kind of Prof. Eric will be explained about this accountancy? I think this is became additional new knowledge about this economics. And the second from assistant associate professor Vishnu will be explaining too about this expert knowledge about this history. So please welcome to Prof. Khalid to present us and to this all student. I hope this event will be held again from the next year. I hope even though in the Indonesia or the Uzbekistan, because this is more important to making collaboration its university. I think thank you Prof. Salim. And I say this, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you. Thank you, Prof. Yohan. Now, thank you, Prof. Yohan, for the valuable message and motivation. At his stage, he also shared his hopes that this program will open more opportunities for collaboration. We truly hope that the future partnership, especially with Asia International University, can soon be realized and lead to long-term synergy. We will enter the core session, starting with the presentation of first material by Professor Teacher Halilov from International University Uzbekistan, who will share global insight in the field of cross-border management and education. Please, Professor Halilov, we respectfully invite you to deliver your presentation. The time is yours. Ini ada materinya. Ada materinya, Pak.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am also Shiti.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Conversation. We are beginning in theme of accounting interaction. Let me introduce myself. My name is Bahram John Khalil Khodilwij, and I am lecturer of Asia University, Asia International University of Uzbekistan in Bukhara. We also thank to dean and then rector, vice rector of all your university, Muhammadiyah Sidoarjo, and we also thank to conversation, our collaboration, our connection in every meetings, every educational program, how it's going. Year by year, we hope so it goes better and better, will grow. Let me introduce briefly about our university. Asia International University was founded 2022. It has been working 3 years. Nowadays, in our university has 5 campuses, 88 departments, and then 3 faculty, medicine, economical, and pedagogical. We have also. About masters, our masters, first master graduated last year in 2024 in economical and then in educational program. They graduated almost 350 students, and they are working nowadays in the government sector, public sector, private sector, and everywhere. Let's begin our speech, our conference about accounting in action. Let me introduce you to accounting in action. Accounting is, what is accounting? Nowadays, we are learning objects about what is accounting, the building block of the accounting, and the basic accounting using the accounting equation, and then last one, financial statement in accounting. What is accounting? Accounting is the main purpose of accounting is identify, record, and communicate the economic events of organization to interested users. Let's divide this case, identify, record, and communicate these activities in one time. We are done. Three activities in accounting system identification in this graph shows, let me show, identification economic events. If it happens, we identify, and then recording, classifying, and then summarize. And overall, after communication, prepare accounting reports, and then analyze and interpret for users. Three activities. Okay. Uh, um, Sorry. Who uses accounting data? Uh, there is two groups of accounting using data. First of all, internal users, which are colored like blue. Internal users, financial, human resources, management, marketing, systems, everywhere. Internal users working. External users, which are colored white, taxing authorities, labor unions, customers, creditors, regulatory agencies, investors. There are two groups of accounting users. In accounting system, we have already know frequently asked questions, maybe common questions asked. Which one? Can we afford to give our employees a pay rise? Rise pay, please. That for this question, interested in almost human resources, managers, marketers, every person who work in this factory or company. The second question: did the company earn a satisfactory income? About this question, almost interested in investors. Investors, they put to our company investment like $1,000, $20,000. It doesn't matter. The first question: did this company earn a satisfactory income? And then third question: should any product lines be eliminated? This question is interested in management's fair workers. Fourth question: is cash sufficient to pay dividends to shareholders? It is financial question. If you have money, if you have income, you can make right dividend policy. You can pay dividends to shareholders or stockholders. And then the fifth question: what price for our product will maximize net income? In this question, interested in marketing users, and then they will answer to this question. Last question is: will the company be able to pay its debts? About it, almost interested in creditors, and then other users. There is frequently asked questions, and then who responsible for these questions in company we use. Next one is in all over the world in this equation is working. Is basic accounting equation. It is assets equal liabilities plus equity. Provides the underlying framework for recording and summarizing economic events. Applies to all economic entities regardless of size. Let's we begin explain briefly about assets. Assets is resources a business owns, provide future services or benefits. And then cash, inventory, equipment, etc. is for example, two assets. And then second one, liabilities. Liabilities is claims against assets. Say when you uh, pay debts or obligations, they are claims your activities, assets. Creditors party to whom money is owed. Creditors, persons will give money, and then after all, they get back his own balance money. Accounts payable, notes payable. It's an example for assets, liabilities. And then last one, equity. Equity is ownership claim on total assets, refers to as residual equity, and then share capital and retained earnings. It's almost done by equity. The basic account equation, like working like this. When our equity, it's company's wealth program, when it increases, when it decreases. Investments by shareholders, we get own money, it increases our equity. And when we pay dividends to shareholders, it decreases our equity. And then revenues also increases our equity. Revenues is income, maybe profit. And then expenses or costs, it decreases our equity. Let's revenues result from business activities entered into for the purpose of earning income. General results from selling merchandise, performing services, renting property, and lending money. Expenses as the cost of the assets consumed or services in the process of earning revenue. Common expenses are salaries expenses, rent expenses, utilized expenses, and then tax expenses. Also, coming from expenses, all of the assets. Dividends are the distribution of cash or other assets to shareholders. The reduced when you return earnings. Dividends is we don't consider it as an expense. Also, in accounting system, we can imagine without transactions. Transactions are in the business economics events recorded by accountants. It's a language of the business. Transactions would be internal or external. Not all activities represent transactions, and each transaction has a dual effect on the accounting equation. Let's call double entire. Let's imagine about this illustration are the following events recorded in the accounting records. Maybe purchase computer. It also influence to our cash or our money or our equity. Also, that's why this recorded to double effect. Discuss product design with customer. This customer, we are discussing our production, maybe this water design. It doesn't record it in journal entire. Just it's talking, conversation, something discussion. And then payment. Payment is almost our money, our cash going out. We pay tax. That's why it's also recorded in journal. And then criterion for record or doesn't record it is financial position of the company. If it is changed financial position, if money increasing or its company money decreases, it's also influence of this position. That's why if it influence to financial position of company, we record these transactions. If it doesn't influence to our company financial position, we don't record about it. Let's do illustration, expanded accounting equation. First equation, assets equal liabilities plus equity, and then equity, how we earn the equity, how we increasing our equity, and how we solve this equity. Share capital ordinary divided two groups, share capital ordinary and retained earnings. Into retained earnings solved by this formula. Revenues minus expenses and then minus dividends. The rest of the formula can call me retained earnings. And this is plus to share capital. It will be our company equity. The last word of our conversation, our presentation is accounting is very, very important for any companies all over the world. Accounting is briefly show us about the company's position, financial, and then his market position, and then his management position. Every questions you can answer by helping accounting system. Today that's all, students. Okay. Okay, thank you for attention. We begin another.
Thank you very much, Professor Halila, for the insightful and valuable presentation for us. We are so glad to have you here. Next, we will hear a presentation from Associate Professor Wisnu Panggasetyono, SAMSI, PhD, who will present on the topic of building a strong financial foundation for good corporate governance. We kindly invite you, Professor Wisnu, to begin your presentation.
Thank you very much, Miss Arpia. Yeah. Thank you. And then, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Alhamdulillah, Bismillah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, amma ba'du. Today I will present about the corporate governance method and issues, and then why we should talk about this, because it interests topic for me and for us, because today we know that corporate government will be brought together with the companies. Thank you. Yeah. The model of corporate government in other specific countries, we know about there are three models today. For instance, for traditional corporate governance, we call traditional, and then the second one is two-tier board system. It's like in Indonesia and then Netherlands and Germany and so on. it's one sector. And then the why Indonesian adopt two-tier board system? Because historical Indonesia is a country in Netherlands background and colony on them, and then we adopt for Netherlands because in two-tier board system, the company management and supervisory system, yeah, and then function are very for example, contohnya in two-tier board system, the company has two uh, director boards, manager boards, and then second one for supervisory boards. It's called supervisory board with to manage the board is there. And then companies struggling in the board of director and so on and manager board is different from other board in itself in the companies. And the other hand, we have called one-tier board system. It's like U.S. and United States adopt the one-tier board system. Both of them, supervisory and then managerial, is become one, is together, and the lead by chairman. It's different. And then we can also okay. There are three types. Yeah. Okay. The traditional model is there are two tile and then one tile is no metal, and then because become one traditionally, and then now become one and two tile board. Next please. The fundamental of financial foundation basic principles means that because the basic principle in the companies should have one thing is risk, and then return, and then time value of money, and cash flow, and then competitive market. But now, in the different thing of the company's rules, di jalannya perusahaan day-to-day activity should be uh, become watching by supervisory board, like in Indonesia called supervisory board. Not director board, but supervisory board, like commissaries, the board of commissioners. The board of commissioners to watch the day-to-day activity of directory board, the lead of board, because the two-tier board system, like adopted by government of Indonesia, we have like DPR or what's called Dewan Perwakilan Rakyat, yeah? And then executive board itself. The Dewan Perwakilan Rakyat we call it's a day-to-day activity presidential board. They watching sebagai pengawas maupun with the president or government, they make a rule or we call undang-undang to activity, the Indonesian activity, and then the 2-tier port system and single-tier port system. Why different? Because the rule of one tier or two tier, like Indonesian port system, it's very simple. Because one side, like commissioner board, they watching a rule in executive board, like in Indonesian rule, Indonesian government, we have Dewan Perwakilan Rakyat. This like what's it called? The board of the board of watching system in the role, and the second one of the executive board. And the single tier board system, on other hand, yes, combine this function into the single board. For example, in one tier board system, also known as unitary, united for board system. One single board director manage board of management and supervision functions. This is one type of. And then this bit, the same group of the people is responsibility for overseeing company operations. Also making strategic decisions and so on. Example for one type of system, like Singapore Airlines, they have like one type of system. And then in Asian countries, for example, Indonesia, Thailand, and so on, the rule of companies is by family ownership. The rule for the family is very it's okay in Indonesia and other countries. Example for Asian countries, they have like a board system by family or family ownership, and they have like in Indonesia we know about the conglomeration like warga bakri. I think all of companies in Indonesia by company ownership because this last is the rare if the rule by uh, public companies. They become publicly, but the companies still have family ownership, like one, for example, in Indonesia. And then next. Okay. The question is why corporation should be changed? Why? Because some of happen. The first thing is disruption of behavior of uh, community. First one, like no we know is online system, a very big disruption, and then so the company should be changed. And then next, please. Government and industrial rules should, should be changed too. New happen in government policies and then industrial regulations can have a direct or indirect impact on business operations. When more regulations related to our industry and energy. This is a sign that disruption chain has already begun to transform the market, like Gojek and so on. And then we already have a change of behavior of customer. And then disruption in limited supply chain also have changed too, because the potential shortage like increased cost and then any corporate issues for delay deliveries, yeah, and then also we should change in various factors should be like natural disaster, pandemics also, and then geopolitical rule also should be changed. And then today we have a war in Pakistan and India. It should be changed too because it's very make a world is changed in day-to-day activity. And this change can lead to decreased customer. Yes, of course. You know, and because the disruptive change can lead any behavior for customer and then buyers, and so change every community today. And then now changing public opinions because the multi-faceted approach, like consume we are you know, today we can buy with TikTok because not familiar. Mr. Siono, Professor Siono is like TikTokers. Yeah, we can buy in TikTok, also Instagram, also, and then also we already changed, and then because everything is changed, company should be changing. I think this is for my presentation today. Thank you for your attention. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
This time we learned about this two types of story. The first one we learned about this accounting from this portfolio. From this experience, this accounting is very important to company because from this accounting we can we can know how to company running well or not. The first one. The second one, from the accounting, we can know how many active, how many assets from this company. And this one. And the second percentage, as Associate of Vishnu, they're talking about this good corporate governance. This is very important for this our company, especially from this government policy. Including if we can talk about this good corporate governance, there are a component must be controlled well. The first one about this responsibility, accountability, transparency, and fairness. So from these two, our presenters just now, I hope all the students can get benefit for this knowledge. I hope you can active to asking to discuss about this knowledge from providing about accounting, and from this associate professor Vishnu, we can learn and asking about this good governance. So I hope our student in the join in the Zoom, maybe Pak Rahmadani ada, Pak Isul ada, Pak Warto ada, Mas Andi ada, bisa can you join this discussion? Can you try asking something to our presenters because this moment very important. Maybe next year we can meet again from this prospect because this very busy in the university. So this moment used to sharing the knowledge about this accounting and then about this good corporate governance. Okay, Ms. Asia, you can about this discussion from the student. Maybe you can divide to session. The session will be first one two student, and in the second one, if we have time, we can ask about this questions.
Thank you very much, Professor Vishnu, for your rich and applicable presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we now begin the Q&A and interactive discussion session. We will take two questions from participants. Please raise your hand before ask your question. I give the opportunity to participants on site or online to ask question, please. Okay, please tell your name.
Fill in the blanks. Is the worst, fill in the blanks, and then okay, yeah. The first one we give it in opportunity to the girls because ladies first, yeah.
Yeah.
I really sorry for the boy. And it's well to ask, yeah.
Okay, please tell your name and your question.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sukma.
First, introduce yourself.
Eh,
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Sukma. And then I want to ask to Prof. Khalilov. As you said on your presentation, if a transaction a company needed a record for an evidence, and then as we know, is there still a lot of company fraud, who's fraud? So the things I want to ask to you, there's any another way to minimize fraud for companies? And then to Mr. Associate Prof. Wisnu Pangestiono, as we all know, corruption cases are currently still exist in our country. According to the theory of good corporate governance that you presented earlier, how can we prevent corruption in occurring in this country? Thank you.
Thank you for your question, Ms. Sukma. Please, Mr. Khalilov and Professor Wisnu Pangasitlano to answer the question.
Thank you, Ms. Sukma. The corruption is a basic issue in these countries because in Indonesia corruption is like we call what budaya, the culture of corruption. Why it's a culture or budaya? Because we know about axiom ya, axiom in kosakata in bahasa Jawa. One is like in we live in East Java region, yeah? Because in East Java we have like idiomatic, yeah, like Terbasuki Mowo Beyo. You know it's called if you want to success Basuki is healthy, is have like Beyo is cost. And then the community or people says that yeah, it's if you want to success, you should pay something. And but I think because we have another axiom in Jawa too, like mangan orang mangan asal kumpul kan. It you should together work together and then yes, like we said because that it's difficult to erase or delete or uh, adding costs in Indonesian school. But I hope in the next day we have like undang-undang rules pemiskinan. It's like make pool for corruption because it's like something to make jerah. Kalau menjerahkan para koruptor gitu. Memiskinkan. It makes pool for the corruption behavior. I think it's fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sukma, for questions, and I will briefly answer to this question. First of all, the most important way to prevent fraud companies is like a vaccination of honesty, because of the emblem of all of the emblem of accountants is there is like a three words in this emblem. If you know or you don't know, science, conscience, independence. This is a moral, like three words. It's also work all over the globe. The first way is vaccination of honesty, and then trust, and then independence. It's a way. And otherwise, in companies fraud, also developing shadow economy, secret economy. They will grow. It gets go to the fraud companies. And then also depends on audit system, like forensic audit. Nowadays, it's developing a little. Uh, it's not common yet, but I think I hope in 5 years, during 5 years, it will be common all over the world. Forensic audit, it's also prevent fraud companies, fraud transactions like other ones. Thank you.
Thank you for Prof. Khalilov for the insightful answers. And then thank you for Asset Prof. Wisnu Pangestiana for the insightful answers. Okay, thank you for Mr. Halilov and Prof. Wisnu Pangasetyono for answer the question. And we now move to the second question. Please raise your hand. It will be on.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ulfa. I want to ask you both, Mr. Khalilov and Mr. Vishnu, how to overcome the manipulation data in accounting reports, because it's well known, as we know that there are many manipulation data, and for example, in my company, sometimes I manipulate data to in order I can decrease about the taxes. So because in our government, your taxes in tax in regulation in government is higher than I think it makes me as I mean this not in company, I think it's makes me memberatkan, make me food burden for me, because I think 12% tax to the government is burden me so much. I think. Thank you, Mr. Business.
Thank you for your question, Mr. Halilov and Professor Wisnu. Answer the question. Okay, just Mr. Halilov.
Thank you. Miss Ulfa. Okay, for the because in accounting or finance review, the tax is cost. You know, the fundamentally for cost in companies should be decreased. Kita harus menurunkan biaya, kan gitu. Jadi we must be decrease the cost, include tax itself. So because in Indonesia have always change for the rule of the tax itself. We study in the rule of the tax in year 2020 maybe, but the rule is already changed. And then so I don't know. We today I remember we should be apa namanya itu pajak itu apa yang hari ini apa namanya itu Cortex. Cortex is the system of the taxes, but now is already dikenalkan, tapi langsung diterapkan. So that's why the rule always change, and then the community siap, not ready yet. But this is the happen of now. We call Cortex the new of types of taxes also, and then ya seperti ini. Intinya bahwa pajak itu adalah biaya dan aturan daripada apa namanya catatan keuangan dan sebagainya bahwa di perusahaan itu kita harus meminimalkan biaya. karena kita harus meminimalkan biaya, so kita harus mencari bagaimana caranya baik secara apa namanya, secara resmi maupun tidak resmi. Itu yang terjadi. Itu adalah jawaban saya.
Thank you for answer, Miss Ulfa. Yeah. Okay. I just know about your company from the start, like that, but I don't know actually. Oh, just one person. Okay. Oh, in the okay. I just found out about your company from the net. I think it's rises increasing from 11 percentages taxes. 11 from 11 to 12. This one percentage increasing? No.
1.2%.
1.2.
I think
Oh.
some fee.
Not 10%, 10 times.
Yeah.
10 times, not 10%. 10 times it's increasing than before. Yeah. I think, but I suppose to it, but I don't know actually the main reason of this increasing taxes. It is the first reason is I suppose the law. The law of the Indonesia, maybe they making decisions something to influence to this company that this company they working they pay more taxes. That's why they don't know how to solve this problem. The first solving the they view that in the increasing taxes. Yes, it's the main reason. But then I don't know actually what happened into your company, but maybe I learned today, maybe I tomorrow. Actually, the main reason I don't know. It's my what did he say? And first of all, laws. The second one is maybe expenses. Expenses which what we are can't solve, which we are can't pay expenses. Maybe inflation. I don't know. Inflation maybe it also influence to your salary, to your life, how anything. Okay. It's my answer. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Mr. Alila.
Ya, jadi kan mungkin dari inflasi, mungkin dari pembiayaan kalau besar, selain pemerintah mengatakan kalau ini dulu kenaikan tax, kayak gitu. Hanya ke Pak Wisnu ya? Iya, Pak Wisnu sudah. Oke, kan ya. Oke. I will offer to our student in the sky. Ya, Pak Kamarudin hadir ya? Pak Kamarudin atau Pak Huduk? Ada. Pak Kamarudin kan Pak Ramadhani, sorry. Pak Ramadhani hadir kan?
Siap hadir, Prof.
Okay, I hope you are safe from the from colleague ya. Saya mau kasih contoh yang lainnya nanti Pak Ustaz tanya dulu eh, mengenai akuntansi Mas. Jadi akuntansi lah, hanya akuntansi apa lah, jadi dengan akuntansi gitu supaya ini ada fighting untuk yang di Zoom. Bisa Pak ya?
Saya
Bisa
izin
Pak Ramadhani?
siapkan dulu, Prof.
Oke, bisa ya. Silakan Pak Ramadhani.
Mungkin setelah satu orang, Prof. Saya izin siapkan dulu, Prof.
Apa ya? Pak Khuluk ya? Pak Aziz. Pak Aziz ada? Aziz.
Ada, Prof. Belum ada pertanyaan.
Oke, Pak Mul, Pak Mul, dan
Iya, Prof. Belum ada pertanyaan sebentar.
Oke, saya mau tanya Bu Sofi. Bu Sofi aja. Bu Sofia. This is nice. Bu Sofia. Gak ada. Mbak Dewi ada ya? Oh, ada. Oke. I know this is not space. Jadi dia. Oke.
Oke, silakan berdiri.
Mohon besok ya. Sudah. Oke.
Right, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Muhammad Ridho. You can call me Ridho. So I have a question for Mr. Kadilo regarding the presentation that you have presented to us. So the presentation said that accounting is an activity of recording, identifying, recording, and also communicating. I want to ask a question that so because accounting is related to accountant, so does accountant also have to plan on how the company's finance should be in the future? Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question, please.
Accounting should be.
Please listen the question.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I will repeat the question. So because accounting is related to accountant. Yeah. Does accountant also have to plan on how the company's finance should be in the future?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, terus?
Does accountant also have to plan on how the company's finance should be in the future?
Gitu ya. Saya ulangi Mas ya. Jadi akuntansi ada hubungannya dengan akuntan. Ya, akuntan ini dia akan membuat laporan ya, membuat laporan perusahaan ini supaya di depannya bagus itu.
Bukan, lebih ke planning gitu. Jadi apakah akuntan harus juga membuat planning untuk finance perusahaan di ke depan?
Oh, accountant making planning to separate report and anything like that is do accounting to accountant making plan for this company. Iya, iya. Ya, Mas, gitu ya? Yes. Itu jawabannya apa?
Must be making planning or not?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So that's accountant also must make a planning for company's finance.
Okay, thank you. Questions from Madrida?
Yes.
From Madrida?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for questions. Yes. Accountant, first of all, the main heart of the company. Sometimes they know more information than the chief, than the director. They know about it. Maybe they have an intuition for future for the future. Sometimes their prediction will be right or it will be wrong. Because of they are also known, we are also people, they are not so. Yeah. We have also mistakes in our life, and then accountants sometimes will attend to manage future, will attend sometimes, but not many times. Accountants, when transactions or activities happen, they record. If it doesn't happen, they don't do anything. Just watching, when it happens, then we record. If it doesn't happen, we can see also when it be happened. For example, in factory, maybe in company, a month you're producing 1,000 unity of goods, 1,000 unities of goods, and then it doesn't make sense that you are selling 1,000 units. Accountant doesn't record about 1,000 goods we sell. It doesn't matter. When you are make contract, make agreement on how much units you sold, that is activities transaction, we record on the journal entry. Okay, if we have contract in 600 units, we write down 600 units also, because of we are anywhere we sell it in 2 months, maybe in 2 weeks, maybe in 2 hours. But we don't record about 1,000 units. We don't do. But we can do records when we get into the from production to inventory. When we get from production to inventory, it's like me record about 1,000 goods we have in our company, but we don't sell it. If we sell 600 units, we record about selling 600 units, not 1,000 units. Okay. Thank you for the question.
Jadi accounting juga manusia itu ya. Jadi ada kemungkinan bisa salah. Ya karena dia kan hanya mencatat transaksi yang dikirim secara sana, tapi faktanya kan kadang-kadang bisa salah. Itu kira-kira ya 11 Mas jawabannya kan gitu. Ya. Oke. Yang Pak Ramadhani sudah siap mau bertanya? Enggak.
Mungkin izin dulu, Prof.
Izin, oke. Pak Ramadhani izin, oke. I think this is enough for discuss.
Oke, selanjutnya kita sampai pada tahap terakhir yaitu closing statement. Sebagai bentuk apresiasi dan penghargaan kami yang tulus, selanjutnya akan dilakukan penyerahan cindera mata dari Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidoarjo kepada para dosen tamu atas partisipasi dan kontribusinya dalam kegiatan International Guest Lecture. Kami mohon kesediaan Prof. Lionel selaku Fakulti Magister Manajemen Fakultas Bisnis dan Sosial untuk menyerahkan cenderamata secara simbolis kepada Profesor Richard Halilov dari Asia International University. We invite his lecturer and our team from Uzbekistan for a souvenir presentation as a symbol of friendship and ongoing collaboration in the future.
Yes. Jadi ya. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Terima kasih kami ucapkan semoga kenang-kenangan ini menjadi simbol persahabatan dan kolaborasi yang akan terus terjalin di masa yang akan datang. Hadirin yang kami hormati, sebelum kita menutup acara ini, izinkan saya menyampaikan rasa terima kasih dan apresiasi setinggi-tingginya pada kedua narasumber atas ilmu dan pengalaman yang telah dibagikan. We express our highest gratitude and appreciation to the lecturer for the knowledge and experience that has been shared. Kami juga mengucapkan terima kasih kepada seluruh peserta yang hadir pada malam hari ini, baik secara onsite maupun secara online, yang telah berpartisipasi secara aktif. Kemudian untuk menutup acara ini, mari kita abadikan momen bersamaan melalui sesi foto bersama. We invite guest lecturer and our team for a group photo session. Serta seluruh hadirin yang hadir secara offline, kita berdiri dan masuk ke depan untuk sesi. Kami persilakan sekali lagi hadirin yang hadir secara offline untuk berdiri dan maju ke depan untuk sesi bersama. Untuk sesi bersama. Gitu ya Pak ya? Bendera magister.